Are you ready to upgrade your tech game? In this video, we'll dive into the world of laptops to find the best options for 2024. Whether you're a student, a professional, or a gamer, we've got you covered. We'll compare factors like performance, design, battery life, and price to help you choose the perfect laptop for your needs. So let's get started and find the laptop that will elevate your productivity and entertainment. Number 5. Lenovo Duet 3. The Lenovo Chromebook Duet 3 is a cheap, performant Chrome tablet with a great screen and a packed-in keyboard that makes it a surprisingly versatile 2-in-1. The fact that the Duet 3 doubles as both a tablet and a laptop gives it remarkable versatility for the price, but you should know that detachable keyboards are not as comfortable to type on as a traditional clamshell laptop keyboard. So if you plan to do a lot of writing on your Chromebook, you might be happier with another of the best Chromebooks on the market. But if you like the idea of a Chrome tablet that you can type on when you want to knock out an email or a social post, the Duet 3 delivers great value in a slim package. Design: the Duet 3 sports a luminous 11-inch 2K, 2000 by 1200 pixels, screen housed in a black aluminum chassis that, at 10.16 by 6.48 by 0.31 inches and just 1.14 pounds, isn't hard to hold. Sure, the Duet 3 isn't quite as thin or light as pricier tablets like the base iPad 2021, 0.29 inches, 1.09 pounds, but it's awful close and feels plenty light enough to carry around the house all day. Display: the Duet 3's 11-inch 2K display on the Duet 3 gets nice and bright, with good color accuracy. It's plenty responsive too, which you want in a touchscreen. It gets a bit reflective in direct sunlight, but remains plenty usable for most applications. Performance: our Duet 3 review unit is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 7C Gen 2 chip, and it feels plenty snappy for basic work. In my own day-to-day work and play I was able to open 2-0+ tabs in Chrome and stream music, watch videos on the Amazon Prime Video app, and play a game downloaded from the Google Play Store with no hitching or performance issues. This tablet is no speed demon, but if you just need it for basic web browsing and entertainment you'll have no complaints. Battery life: the Duet 3 lasted roughly 10 hours and 30 minutes in our battery test, which is good enough that you can carry it to a day of classes without having to worry about plugging in. In my own hands-on time using the tablet at home, I found I could reliably use it sparingly for a few days and still count on having upwards of 70% battery life when I picked it up. Number 4. Lenovo Yoga Slim 7X. The Lenovo Yoga Slim 7X is built for portability and efficiency. Thanks to its Snapdragon X Elite chip, you'll get more than all-day battery life and enough performance to power through your regular workload. The OLED panel is a marvel to behold, and its ultra-portable design makes it easy to travel with. For $1,199, it offers an excellent value all around. Design: at 12.8 by 8.8 by 0.5 inches and weighing 2.8 pounds, this svelte notebook is almost as thin and light as the 13-inch MacBook Air. And thanks to its sturdy aluminum chassis and tasteful cosmic blue color, it looks just as good as Apple's laptop. Display: the OLED display is a big selling point. It pumps out inky blacks, eye-scorching whites, and supersaturated colors. In addition, the sharp 2944 by 1840 resolution means everything you're looking at is nice and clear. Performance: the Yoga Slim 7X can easily handle most everyday workloads thanks to its fast Snapdragon X Elite processor and 16 GB of RAM, upgradable to 32 GB. It also runs cool and quiet. In our battery test, it matched or exceeded its Apple M series and Intel Core Ultra-driven competitors. Battery life: in our battery test, the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7X averaged 14 hours and 14 minutes, which is astonishing for a Windows laptop. Number 3. Dell XPS 13. The Dell XPS 13 hits a sweet spot between portability, price, and performance in a Windows laptop. We've long loved the excellent compromise between portability and screen size that is the XPS 13, and the 2024 model maintains that killer look while upgrading to a killer Snapdragon X CPU that delivers outstanding battery life. While the row of capacitive touch function keys and the invisible touchpad are controversial design choices that take some getting used to, those that do will be rewarded with one of the best Windows laptops you can buy. The 2024 Dell XPS May 13th only have a pair of USB-C ports and little else in the port department, but if you just need a fast, lightweight Windows 11 machine for getting things done on the go, this is a great choice. Design: at 11.6 by 7.8 by 0.6 inches and roughly 2.6 pounds heavy, the Dell XPS 13 is pretty portable and easy to carry. Plus, it looks great on a desk. You can throw it in your backpack and carry it through a day of school or work, without having to worry about feeling the extra load. Display: the 13.4-inch display on the XPS 15 looks great and almost appears to hover in the air thanks to the thin bezels of its Infinity Edge display. It's not especially lush, but it does get bright, which is nice when working outside in the sun. Performance: the Dell XPS 13 is a capable machine, and our review unit was more than speedy enough at time of review thanks to its Snapdragon X Elite CPU, 16GB of RAM and 512GB SSD. However, be aware that without the option to put a discrete graphics card in this laptop it will never be great for gaming on anything other than cloud gaming services. Battery life: our Dell XPS 13 review unit lasted 19 hours and 41 minutes in our battery test, which is amazing battery life. You can carry this laptop through a whole day of work or school confident that you won't have to bring a charger. However, it is much better than many Windows laptops, including the preceding XPS 15, 2021, which couldn't even last 8 hours in the same test. The newer XPS 15 also beat out both Windows ultraportables like the Lenovo Yoga 9i Gen 7, 806, and gaming laptops like the Alienware X14, 535.
Number 2. Acer Aspire Go 15.
The Acer Aspire Go 15 is a cheap laptop in good and bad ways. For $299 you get a thickset 15-inch ultraportable with a spacious keyboard, plenty of ports and 10+ hours of tested battery life. Of course, you have to make some trade-offs when you buy this laptop. The speakers aren't very good, the low-res webcam makes you look washed out and performance in anything but writing and browsing the web is pretty disappointing. But if you can live with those compromises you get a pretty useful laptop for not very much money. It's the kind of thing I'd recommend a parent give a child as their first laptop, as it's great for surfing the web and doing homework. Remote learning, office work and research are all easy to do on this affordable 15-incher, but don't expect to play games or run apps more complicated than Minecraft. Design: the Acer Aspire Go 15 is a thickset laptop that measures roughly 14.29 by 9.44 by 0.74 inches and weighs 3.86 pounds. That makes it a bit chunkier and heavier than your average 15-inch ultraportable, but it's still easy enough to carry around the house or toss into a backpack on the way to school. I actually find the plain silver chassis to be kind of attractive since it's so simple and straightforward, but you can always spruce it up with stickers if you want some flair. Along the edges you'll find a decent port array, including 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C port, an HDMI out and a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is nice to have given the way headphone ports have become an increasingly rare commodity on modern laptops. Display: if you're a display snob, you might be a bit unhappy with the Acer Aspire Go 15's 15.6-inch LCD screen. The 60Hz 1080p display is plenty good enough for browsing the web or reading, but videos and games look a bit washed out and dim. But as long as you're not planning to use this thing outside in direct sunlight all the time, it's more than good enough for basic work and play. Performance: the big weak point of this laptop is its performance. The Intel Core i3-N305 CPU and 8GB of RAM in our review unit is fine as long as you're just running a web browser with some open tabs and maybe an app like Spotify in the background, but forget about running demanding apps without serious slowdown. Not only can you not do much in the way of serious photo/video editing on this machine, but you can't play many games and you definitely won't be able to run any onboard AI apps. Heck, even opening more than 10 plus tabs in Chrome can make this laptop feel noticeably slower. Battery life. One nice thing about this laptop's underpowered CPU is the fact that it doesn't eat up much battery power when you're out and about. I know because this laptop lasted just over 10 hours, 10-15, in our in-house battery test, which means you can safely carry it through a day of work or school without needing to lug the charger with you. You'll have to keep the screen dim and be sparing with the apps, but 10 plus hours of tested battery life is pretty good for a Windows laptop. Number 1. Apple MacBook Air M3. The MacBook Air M3 is an excellent all-rounder that feels truly worthy of the Air name. Though it's virtually indistinguishable from the excellent MacBook Air 13-inch M2 that previously topped this list, the M3 variant is hard to dismiss. The MacBook Air M3, from $1,099, is a breath of fresh you-know-what, and that's because Apple paired that speedy M3 chip with the same ultra-portable design of its predecessor. It's a potent blend of performance and portability, one we recommend as one of the best laptops for getting work done on the go for most folks. Design. The MacBook Air M3 is so thin it could easily be mistaken for an iPad when closed, especially if the Apple logo is facing out. That's how slim this notebook is. Measuring just 0.44 inches thick with the lid open, an everyday Bic pen looks chunky next to this machine. Don't expect to get much in the way of ports, however. As before, you get just a pair of Thunderbolt 4/USB 4 ports along the left edge, alongside a MagSafe power adapter. At least you also get a headphone jack. Display. The 13.6-inch display offers a 2560x 1664 pixel resolution and gets nice and bright in person, so it's a pleasant place to watch videos, write emails, edit photos, and whatever else you want to do. The MacBook Air M3 did well in our display tests, too. When we tested it with our light meter we found it delivers an average brightness of 476 nits, peaking around 496 when viewing HDR videos. That's brighter than the Dell XPS 13 OLED's 357 nit average. Performance. On Geekbench 6, which measures overall performance, the MacBook Air M2. You will find all the links of these products in the description below. Comment below and tell us which laptop you were considering. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel then subscribe and hit the bell icon for future updates.